Hey, and I'd like to welcome all you guys back to Metroid Prime 4 Far From Home. Yeah, we're the farthest distance away from home. And also not helping is that I have to go clean out the rest of this planet. I'm just gonna go grab the rest of the items. I'm not gonna be that insane to get every single logbook entry or every single crystal on the air. So yeah, let's just do an item sweep and then I'm gonna go call it quits. I wish I could do bonus coverage tonight, but I can tell by the end of this I'm gonna be absolutely freaking exhausted. So anyone hoping for Starlink or Xenoblade after this or more Half-Life? The answer is no.
Ow. Well, it's your show, you do you.
Yeah, I just gotta check what stuff I or don't have.
Hello, Samus. Goodbye.
I still gotta get more crystals. Leave me alone.
Do you guys remember back in the earlier Windows days of fooling with autoexec.bat and all that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Huh.
You could make your computer not turn on if you did it wrong.
It's like you're messing with the registry or something.
Well, a lot of games would tell you to edit it a certain way. I mean, this is like 95, maybe 2000.
Like to get a certain game to run after you install it?
Yep.
Well, that sounds like that's some dog shit right there.
Well, it happened during some of the DOS days, so or they would have their own autoexec.bat file.
It's like seriously, you're too lazy to just have it's like you install the game, you just run the start or just point to exe and boom, you're playing the game. It can't be that simple. Like really, you have to do that crap.
Because sometimes you have to fiddle around with the, you know, the sound card settings and all that beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand that, but you know, I mean, Vector 2 on DOS had you had to set your own sound card and video card and all that, but it's just
There was also the kind of malarkey that happened if you didn't have enough, you know, floppy disk or hard drive space or the like, where you had to do the boot disk technique.
Yeah, I remember that. And then there was also different. Remember the different kinds of memory
I can't wait to see
that
my
some DOS
family.
games would take. Like there was
When I get
this
back
old
home,
D&D
I'll be
game.
taking a much
I should have known when I bought it that it was going to be trouble because it didn't say Windows.
How you feeling, big boy?
I could never get it to run. You had to do something with the memory and run it in DOS. Remember DOS mode?
Oh, no.
Windows
What happened?
95
Are you
used to have
glitching?
DOS mode.
yeah. I think even 98 had that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, haha, very funny. Seriously though.
And yep, go to a DOS script prompt.
But I am in perfect health.
Yep.
Because it ran off a DOS underneath.
You guys ever see old clips of Windows 1? It was so primitive. I didn't have it at that time.
I
That's
started
like
with
in the
3.1.
80s. Well,
I've only
you
seen
start-
3.1. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
only seen 3.1, not 1.
3.1 looks a lot more like the Mac.
There were Macs at a couple of my elementary schools I went to.
Yeah, all the old power books.
Right. The ones that like had that very weird, you know, and they had different colors like blue, purple, orange, yellow, those, yeah.
See, I had our earlier generations of Mac, like the ones that would have Oregon Trail on them. Remember that game?
No, but I never played it.
I've
It was
heard of
pretty
it.
fun. I would
I
always
was-
drown in the river. I would have too much weight, and we'd be trying to ford the river, and my party would drown.
Car wagon had too much weight, or the character had too much weight?
The wagon had too much weight.
Oh.
The funnest part, what everyone liked was the hunting, because it was like a little mini game where you could shoot animals.
Didn't you
I
start
know,
in
it sounds
Missouri or
primitive. Go on, I'm sorry.
something? No problem. Doesn't it start in Missouri?
Yeah, you start in the east, or the Midwest, and you're going west.
Can you go to Arizona?
I think it's the Northwest, because it's Oregon Trail, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Arizona's part of the Oregon
Yeah.
Trail. I don't think it is.
So, sorry, Slinger, I'm just reading your notes. Which branches? Like, all of the Canadian branches, or damn near everyone across their affiliates? Are there any X's around here? That anymore? Ah, okay. Where'd it go? Okay, I just need that last item there, and we're done. We've cleaned out Fury Green. Get out of my way. I think I found our new enemy type for Metroid Prime pinball, people.
It's funny, I remember back in the 90s, I would be using the computers in the public library, and you would see that people had put Duke Nukem on them.
If that's what the whole strike's about, just another work from home argument. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like occasional work from home perks, but let's just say there's always going to be those who are going to be arguing about the privilege not a right thing. Of course, I need to get PBs to get more PBs. But PBs are so late, why do we have to collect them like this? Because we'll get more PBs, and to do that, we'll get all of the rest of the items, including all the PBs! PBs! But Dad... Yes, PB, sir? Ugh.
Didn't Amazon recently let go of a lot of people? Something like 14,000?
Like out of their line and delivery operations?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think maybe their grocery store front, from what I've heard, but don't take what I say as gospel on that. is not how I do it.
That's a lot of jumps, huh? Do you think it's just AI? I mean, is it automation that's replacing the jobs?
Or is it giving middle management the boot? Who knows? Shut up, Miles.
We can break down the force field around Chrono Tower. Also, how you doing with the hunt for green energy crystals? Don't forget to bring the green energy crystals to the altar and fairy green so you can grow the memory fruit.
Yeah, some of those item locations are fireplace locations. Or I have to go find Rieger and fireplace stuff. Yeah. What now?
Appears to be some gun-fed debris near your location. Might be a good place to search for back parts.
Yeah, this field sucks. I make no bones when I say that even Planet Motavia from the original Phantasy Star on the Sega Mega Drive. Actually, no, sorry, not the Mega Drive. The Sega Master System was more colorful and enjoyable to explore than this.
Wow. Was the Master System 8-bit?
I believe so. And even like Planet Motavia again in Phantasy Star 4, despite going through the peak of civilization, then going through the crash of civilization, still had more color and exploration factor than this.
I received a mech part. When I have all the missing parts, I can fix the mech. Send them to me as soon as you find them. There should be
Xenomorphs.
Oh, there's another fireplace. Nice. Well, yeah, because there could have been many other ways you could have done the bicycle or free roaming mechanic. You could have had, like, I don't know, maybe not Soul Valley, but you would have had, like, the other places have places you can ride the bike around. You could have done trials. You could have deterred pirate attacks. You could have stopped, like, I don't know, swoop bikers. Or, I don't know, dealing with sand people going, or, you know, trying to raid a sand crawler, or shit like that. Or, you know, dealing with Jawas. Well, yeah, that's been some of the Motavians from Phantasy Star, but at least you can talk your way out of a fight with those. But still, it's like, it's very damning when I say, you know, an 8-bit RPG that had a desert world is much more colorful than this. Or hell, you know what, it's like, I guess I can show you Planet Motavia from the first Phantasy Star anyway. I'm probably breaking the rules saying it's probably Endgame, or I can show you the planet from Phantasy Star 4. Despite the fact I have not played 4 in, I don't know how many years it's been since I played Phantasy Star 4. Maybe like 2 or 3. But again, it's like, I would love to do 4, but I need to do 2 first. But I gotta find a quality of life patch that makes 2 bearable to play. Otherwise, it's gonna be a freaking grind fest, and nobody likes when a whole stream is a grind fest, especially backed by a streamer who doesn't like to talk so much.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I tried too, and I was like, wow, this is hard.
Yeah, and I also heard some behind-the-scenes stuff. Let's finish this conversation first.
Samus, please, join me. Make yourself comfortable. This belonged to my father. We used to sit around a fire just like this, telling stories. He always spoke of Solon. Are you familiar? Solon sits atop the sky. Solon provides equal light to all. Solon is always watching over us. That is why we must not bring shame to Solon. I have made mistakes, many mistakes. But through Solon's light, I find balance. Thank you for indulging me. I've missed these campfire stories. Samus, have you seen some of the pieces of the Federation base that were teleported here? I believe this will be of use to you. Please, take this.
You know what would have been nice? Also having pirate debris around here, so at least we could deter pirates as well. I want to frisbee out arrow troopers from the sky. I want to stop fellow swoop bikers from whacking me. And
May Solon watch over you.
oh yeah, by the way, while we're here, I don't want to listen to this bloody music anymore. What passes for music? Gonna play some Turrican and East and other stuff. Alright, while we're out here, I might as well just grab all the freaking crystals out here anyways. But yeah, as far as what were we saying about Phantasy Star 2? Was it you were talking about combat in dungeons? I've also heard on some of the behind the scenes things, well, more like read, that apparently the dungeon designer, from what I heard, it's like when his dungeons got submitted to the gameplay, apparently some of the leads found out it's like, wait a minute, this is more stuff that's for like a mid to late game dungeon, but yeah, they didn't adjust the difficulty or the like to compensate for it. Yeah, one of the things I'm not really fond of in 2 on the grinding factor is that other than you needing to grind like maybe like for an hour or 2 just to get your equipment for your party up to snuff, you also have to grind money to get healing items, and you have to stuff everyone's pockets full of healing items. There wasn't really an easy escape out of the dungeon. Sometimes you have to go inside, and then you have to fight your way back, which kind of sucks. Compare that to like some other games, such as Final Fantasy, where it's like, okay, you beat in the boss, or you made it to the end of the dungeon. Here's a doorway out, or you had an instant warp spell. Yeah, I don't think 2 reliably had that. I mean, you had a spell that would take you back to the last town you visited, but I forget. I don't know if you could get an item that lets you escape dungeons.
So you could get soft lock down there?
It's not really so much. Well, you could say you can get soft locked if you spamming the runaway key doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
And there are a couple of fights where it doesn't, which I admit, like, one time I did, like, the second dungeon, I got whacked. I'm, like, going, because I couldn't run for it. I'm like, fuck! And that was on the last floor of the dungeon, too, so I was more pissed off.
Oh, man. What's your theory about why Sega took the Sega Genesis games off Steam?
Oh, why did they delist them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a feeling they want people to buy their new console. You know, that comes preloaded with games.
Oh, like the minis and stuff?
Yeah. That's my only theory, because, I mean, it seemed like you'd be making money from that. I'm glad I got some good games before they took it on delist.
My regret was not getting the Dreamcast collection off of Steam.
The only one from Dreamcast I got is Sonic. Sonic. What were you gonna say, Yoshi?
No, I didn't say anything. I think that might have been the music bleeding over.
Oh. I thought I interrupted you. You know, a good one I know I mentioned before, I think you'd really like it, Shining Force. That's a fun game.
That was the turn-based one, right? Where you could have like a couple of other characters and recruit a lot, like centaur people and the like.
You can have up to 12 characters in every fight. I mean, you have more characters than that, but only 12 can be in the fight. So you go back to your headquarters, you can switch out once you get an extra of who's going to be in the team. It's just complicated enough to be fun. Not too complicated. They really got the balance down.
Yeah, because when I was trying that game a little bit earlier, a while ago, it's like, pretty much it's like almost everyone on my cast kind of sucked. So it was just my archer and my magician who were doing all the damage.
Yeah. Well, what happened when I played it and I forgot this was my main character got weak. I mean, he wasn't getting most of the kills because if your main character dies, the battle's over. So I was sort of protecting him. But one guy was like, towards the end, there's like robots and lasers and stuff. One guy was able to take those down. But I just remind myself, next time I play, make sure the main character gets a lot of experience.
Or at least make sure he scores the game-winning blow on some of the fights.
Yeah. That is one thing that you could criticize. It's not about how much of the damage they gave an enemy. It's just who gave, like you said, the last blow, and they get all the experience.
Sharing this fire reminds me of my father and his stories of Solan. Hey, Solan, watch out.
And I make no bones saying that I would rather be driving around in that Mako tank in Mass Effect than doing this.
You ever see Lawrence of Arabia? You should put that soundtrack on. That'd be cool.
I've seen Lawrence of Arabia.
That's a good movie.
I've seen it the whole way through twice or thrice.
Oh, okay. You know who it has in it? You know who has it? Alec Guinness is in it.
Yep, French Spice. I'd like to watch the sequel to it, Lawrence After Arabia. The guy who played Dr. Bashir in DS9 plays Prince Faisal.
You know, there's a Half-Life 2 mod for VR.
That's the one thing I hate about crystal grinding in this game. There's always like that last stupid little lousy dot on the display.
these crystals come back every time you go out?
No, these are all fixed locations, but
Oh,
unfortunately some of the crystals do not come up until you reach a certain point in progression. Mainly when the green rain comes. Yeah, you have to have about, maybe about a big chunk of them to, there's a bare minimum you need to pass for progression. But yeah, I make no exaggeration when I say this is like the frickin' rock hunts in Mass Effect 1. Yeah, I didn't let you guys in on those fights. Rather, it's like every driving segment I took you for in that game last year was, you know, all the fixed sequences, or at least all the fun ones. Because, yeah, I'd rather not subject you guys to the torture of having to watch me climb uphill, downhill for side quests.
you ever play the game Battle?
Which one?
Battle Zone?
No.
That one was pretty interesting. It was like third-person real-time strategy, but you could switch to first-person. Like you would build units, but then you could possess certain units and actually have real-time fights. I didn't really play that much, but it was kind of fun.
Yeah, that is a lot of green on the display. Oh, that's the major chunk I've missed. That's what I need for Shut up, Miles.
Energy crystals. Maybe you should return the fury green energy crystals to the altar.
Dude, I'm working on that. What the hell else do you think I've been doing all this time?
So if you had come to over here for this point, these crystals wouldn't be here?
Some of the crystals would not, but the big, really chunky ones I could not open up until after I got power bombs.
Gotcha. They remind me of kryptonite. You ever watch the Christopher Reeve Superman movies?
Like the OG Superman?
Yeah. We grew up on those, man.
Sometimes I've seen it on Rabbit Ears television, but I don't think I've really sat down to watch it front to back.
Gene Hackman was pretty good. He was Lex Luthor. He was pretty funny, Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it's like he was also pretty good in Crimson Tide and the Birdcage.
Yeah. He was. What was that movie? I'm trying to remember. He was in a movie in the 60s, or was it 70s, where he was like a surveillance guy. I can't remember the name of the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah. Yeah, that's why I hate about grinding up some of the crystals, because it's always those stupid little parts. Shut up!
Federation wreckage. Want to check it out?
Maybe next time, if I am ever going to do a summation of this game, you watched Crimson Tide front to back, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the one with Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington. It's a great film. But yeah, there's one moment where it's they get in complete tension with each other, and yeah, pretty much at this point, it's like Gene Hackman's at the "I don't want to hear it" moment, and pretty much it's like I'm gonna say is like his kind of voice of frustration in the film. At some point, he's like, "Mr. Hunter, I'm in charge of this boat. I'm in command of the ship. Now shut the fuck up!"
You ever see Enemy of the State? That had Gene Hackman. Will Smith and Gene Hackman. I know Will Smith is all the after the what was it, Oscars. You know what I'm talking about?
The Chris Rock slap.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Sort of taints his career, but I still think he had some good movies.
Hello, what's this? Ah. That's Denzium. Alright.
It's a mech repair bay.
I wish, but meanwhile, it's like, it's not Shai Hulud or a Thresher mob, but, you gotta deal with that.
Which one was your favorite? The David Lynch or the newer one?
Ooh. I'm a little bit more fond of the David Lynch version, just on art direction alone. Casting, though, oof. Maybe slightly more David Lynch. Slightly. You could probably argue that the storytelling and the like has been alright, but yeah, as far as like art direction and music, I'm more fond of the Lynch version.
Tawny was a lot different. He was a lot more clear. You know they're making a sequel to that.
Yeah, because they didn't finish it all the way, or at least, are they covering? Is he covering the next book?
I honestly don't know. Because they deviated from the plot already. I mean, I know it's an adaptation. Like, in the book, Shawnee doesn't go out in the desert, like, call a word. You ever read the book?
I got a copy of it right next to me, but I haven't gotten past when Paul gets off his world.
Yeah. Pretty good book. It's not a typical hero story. There's no one that's really good. There's only bad and not as bad. You know what I mean? Like, the Fremen, they seem like the good guys at first, but it turns out they kill more people than they kill like millions of people towards the second. And that's the point of difference between the book and the David Lynch. The trade guild doesn't come up to the emperor and say, "You're going to spend your life in a paints and enhancer if you don't solve this problem." They're powerful. They're not that. The emperor is pretty powerful.
Oh, can I not do a trick shot off your tail, please? That's more like it. Ew, no fleshy squishy parts that I have to clean off my suit. I just beat that monster, Miles. What are you talking about? Be a ramp I could use. Yeah, and you can probably tell the music is running that. Yeah, it's just basically a bunch of Chris Hulsbeck's Turrican right now. Not the original ones that he did for the Amiga, but rather some remixes and stuff off the bonus discs. Later re-releases of the Turrican anthologies, yeah, let you play the games with an alternate soundtrack. Although it kind of depends on some which are good or not, or in your opinion. I'd say that I do like most of the remixes from 1 and 2. For Super on the SNES, it's a bit of a take it or leave it. 3 and Mega, The second Super installment, I'm like, okay, some of them are good, others I weren't that fond of. I really should have just cleaned out another area instead of trying to do all this crap in Soul Valley. Miles, be quiet. Oh. This is another fireplace location. more fireplaces to go through. Alright, yeah, so Fury Green is cleaned out. Gotta go through Great Mines one more time, and then I gotta clean out Bolt Forge. Ice Belt's been cleaned out a while ago, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't need you holding my hand all the time, Miles.
You have any plans to go to the arcade eventually, Yoshi?
Maybe during the summertime, but yeah, I did visit a few months ago and they rearranged the place a little bit, but not so much where I can tell there was too much. As in, they moved the front is still the rhythm games, the right side is still the bowling alley and the pinball stuff. The entire back area though is claw machines.
Oh, you mean the ones where they dip down and you try to get items? Yes. And you never can get anything? You know.
Because claw machines are bloody lies.
I know. But then, have you ever seen the one that will have the $20 in there? People try to get it. Is it an independent arcade or is it a chain?
It's a chain. It's around one.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Like I
said, you don't see as many independent ones.
Yeah, because that one is right on top of a mall, and it's also right next to a wine and dine theater. But I'm like, I'm not going to a wine and dine theater on my own.
Yeah. Good call.
Hang on, I gotta stop the music. Okay, let's go pick another place to clean out. Right now, where do you want me to go? Do you want me to go to... do you want me to clean out the mines, the forge, or the volcano first?
I'd say volcano.
Alright, yeah. Well, volcano sucks the most, but suit yourself.
Sorry, whichever one you want to do then. I didn't know it sucked.
Didn't you listen to
Does it have those bridges? Oh yeah, yeah.
Didn't you listen to Prox's ramblings a while ago about how much the volcano kind of blows?
Yeah.
I'd rather these stupid green crystals. I'd rather be playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles right about now. That's another game I'd rather be playing than this. Although to be fair, I was in an open room. Someone was streaming the game, and I was like, why not? Unfortunately, what I did was kind of screw up a bit. But then again, the dungeon I was a part of was really scuffed. And well, I also joined for endgame. That one was pretty good. Still better crystal grinding than this.
Let me ask you this before, but did you ever end up getting Meg 5?
No. I kind of don't have a desire to right now.
I don't know.
Well, one, I still got a backlog. Two, I need to clean out a bunch of hard disk space before even contemplating it.
Yeah, I had to uninstall some games from Steam. It's my hard drive.
Yeah, because what's Mech 5 built on? Is it Unreal or CryEngine?
I'm not sure. You want me to look that up real quick?
Look it up, please.
Unreal Engine 4. I still like Mech 2, man, to be honest. I think that it peaked with that one. Some say 3, but maybe I'm just a relic of the past.
Well, then again, in 3, it felt like you were actually riding the mech.
I just don't like the way they made it where all you had to do is take out one leg.
It was a concession for single player.
I know in multiplayer, usually people that had honor would agree to just not shoot the leg, go for the torso. Do you remember the collapsible bridge in 3? That if someone got under and you shot it, it would kill them?
Well, yeah, that, and I remember the one time where, you know, you could collide with a tree and it would count as destroying your cockpit.
Oh, wow.
I've lost a couple of I've lost a lot of partner mechs that way, especially the one where you're trying to salvage the Black Hammer dropship, and it's a big case of, oh crap, what did opponent total her mech on? It's like a freaking tree. I'm like, I just gave her like the extra Vulture, and it's like, that's how I lose it? Or I give her one of the Thors I've had, and I'm like, you lost a Thor? I'm like, ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've been kind of picky with my mechs up to that point, and I never pilot, I never give them the Mad Cat unless I have a second Mad Cat to spare.
I remember in 4, I one-shotted a light mech with a Mauler, 4 PPCs. It was funny, man. I have to admit, 4 could be kind of fun, but the thing about being the big mechs in 4 is without the enhanced jump jets, it just turned into a slugfest, if you know what I mean. Like, you could jump up, but you couldn't jet around like you could in 2. You remember the Simpsons episode where Homer made a website? This was back in the 90s.
Not Homer's website. I know, like, Bart's flash animation of Angry Dad, but...
It was just a joke on how random website, like in the GeoCities days, where, you know, you just had all these buttons on there and, you know, just random shit. Were you online during the GeoCities days?
Nah. Ah, damn it, I've alerted the Horde. Thanks, I hate it. I always forget about this missile thing on first pass, but then again, it's like I just don't like this venue. If I had to be back here, especially after showing you guys last episode just how awesome the mines in Half-Life 2 Episode 2 were in terms of storytelling and atmosphere and all that. Pisses me off knowing that Metroid Prime could have been just so much more. Or at least Prime 4 could have been so much more. You know, speaking of like loud sounds that alert the horde, yeah, one of these days we should probably do like Left 4 Dead. Just these 2 items and
It looks like we're gonna have dinner. I'll be back in like,
you're not missing much. I am not dealing with that again. Never take me alive. Damn it. Not playing pinball here, guys. All I'm gonna say is this. Bye! We're out of here. And the only time we hear proper Metroid elevator music. Another fireplace moment while we're out here.
Samus, nice to see you again. I was born on the fourth moon of Salatine, in the northern reaches. Resources were scarce and each day was a struggle to survive. By my generation, it was difficult to support the family by hunting, so I joined the Federation. I don't know if this was in line with Solon and my father's way, but I had to do it to feed our family. So from hunter, I became sniper. It's strange. My words flow so easily around you. Oh, before you go, Samus, it looks like there's a few ruins in this valley. I found something near one of them. Sometimes we must leave the things we know. If you hadn't chosen this path, where do you think you'd be?
Hey, Solon, watch over.
Yeah, of course, I missed one of those stupid little crystals. Always the little ones. Always the frickin' little ones. done. It's always this little piece of shit right here. Yeah, there's a reason why whenever I play Mass Effect, I rarely start from 1 these days. Usually if I just want to get stuff over with, then I'll just start from 2, but only on very rare occasions will I actually bother playing the whole game from 1. I mean, sure, I could probably try to, you know, not do side quests, but, you know, where's the fun in that?
You guys have Goodwill up there?
It's a national chain. Might you ask?
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I was just curious. I was just gonna say you can find good deals on books. Used books.
Yeah, there used to be a used bookstore back where I lived, back in Cali, but yeah, that place has been long since closed. And there used to be, for like new books, there used to be a Borders, but then they got closed down and that got replaced with a shoe outlet. And like, it wasn't until recently where they realized, oh shit, we actually have a bookstore gap down here. It's like, and in no surprise, you know, it's like one of the rich districts, so it's like, how do you have like one of the rich districts without books?
I'm fine with used books as long as people haven't like marked through them, if you know what I mean, like, you know, torn the pages or scribbled on them.
Or done other things to them.
Yes.
That wasn't it. Oh, there's a place, that ain't it either.
What's the name of that lava planet in episode 3? You know what I'm talking about?
The Mustafa system.
Yeah, that's right.
of this just for an ammo pack. Let me save first because I know this place is gonna fucking suck. Get out of my way, please. Give me intel, please. Oh, get this stuff left. Area for. And there's a bunch of stuff down below as well, but let me save that for last. Let me clean the worst stretch of cleanup in the game, and then you can tell I'm not very fond of this place.
Yes. Did you ever see the movie The Usual Suspects?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I did.
What's the name of that guy on there? Kaiser Soze, was it?
Kaiser Soze.
Soze, okay.
One of the greatest lies of our time.
mean Memento?
The Christopher Nolan movie Memento? No.
That's a good one, man. You should see that. There's also Christopher Nolan Following. That's a good one too. There hasn't been a thing Christopher Nolan has made that I've actually not liked. Which was the favorite of the Batman movies he made?
I would still say The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong, Batman Begins is still a good film in its own right, but...
Are the Metroids intelligent?
Some of them can be, but... Give me that. Give me... Trying to clean out this place is god-awful on hard mode. Mostly because, no easy way to restore ammo in this, other than you just grinding out a bunch of trash enemies, and even then that's not a guarantee. Yeah, this whole place is fried. Hate it. Okay, all that for a missile pack.
You'll need all this stuff for the last boss, right?
Well, ideally, as much ammo and as much energy as I can get, but I do want to get all the energy possible. And all the extra ammo. That and the reason I've been doing all those crystal hunts, it's for another reason as well. Because I have to get one more endgame item, but that involves me gathering as much crystal as I can. Or bare minimum of them. Please. Oh, right, I gotta power this up. I just gotta work my way. Go fuck yourselves. Alright. That room. Yeah, nothing else around here. So, need to get that one lousy item down here. Then we'll do all the downstairs cleanup. And then I'll be, well, I wish I could say happy as a clam, but more like relieved that I'll be over this place.
What's your favorite kind of pizza crust? Like, I mean, thin crust, handmade, New York style.
Sorry, worst room in the game.
Sure, go. Just you tell me.
I have to deal with like 3 waves of this shit, so yeah, just bear with me.
No problem.
We're done with this shit. Alright. More like just a regular pan crust. Yeah, sometimes it's like, yeah, thin has to be like a very particular way, or rather, you can't oversauce on a thin crust.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's like I might as well just be ordering the flatbread or asking for a cracker.
I like it when it's nice and crunchy. We got thin crust today from Domino's, but when I reheated it in the microwave, you know, after the leftovers, just not as good. Not as good without the crunch.
You might as well reheat pizza in an air fryer.
Yeah, that's what I should have done, honestly. We do have one. I didn't think of it. No, it's fine.
Thanks, I hate this.
Yeah, too bad the game doesn't give me too much of a reason to freaking use super missiles. I'm almost ready. Please tell me I got everything done up here. Yes. Yes, I did. Nope. Screw you guys. I'm out of here.
You ever had country fried steak?
Maybe once, but it was a long time ago.
What'd you think?
Thought it was nice. Oh.
I have the high ground.
I wish, but... Can I get my prize, please? Thank you. Alright. 13 out of 14 energy tanks. At least... Is that all 14 of them? I would have thought... Huh. Alright. One more item I need to get here. An ammo expansion. Get the main progression piece around here, and then we're done. Can I just get the missile, please? Thank you.
Did you see the Goodwill Hunting parody commercial during the Super Bowl?
No, I did not.
Oh, that was a good one, man. You missed out.
Yeah.
Had Ben Affleck in it, Jennifer Aniston. And what's his name from Seinfeld? Guy that played George Costanza. Jason Alexander.
Hmm.
It was funny. It was supposed to be the original version of Goodwill Hunting. You ever see that movie?
Yeah, I did a few times.
That's
Great
a good one.
Of course, you know Matt would probably gush about that because it has his favorite actor in it, or one of his favorite actors in it. Wait till he comes back. Oh god. I remember it's like so many artificial intelligence commercials. I'm going. There was one good AI commercial back then, and it was the one with Hugo Weaving reprising his role as Agent Smith in The Matrix just for a GE commercial. Strong impact. Just say it's a concussive blast, you fools.
I'm surprised you're not drinking some of your wine to get through this, man.
I really should be doing that. I still have the bottle. Released one last glass of it.
Nice. Do you prefer white or red wine?
It depends, but usually on my own or drinking on my own without regard for food, or if I just have crackers or the like, or not feeling bothered to pair it up with any meat or the like. I usually prefer white.
You ever had the strawberry wine? Or the wine with the strawberry?
If it's like one of the sparkling flavors, I don't think so.
Okay.
Damn it.
So when you die, it automatically goes back to your last save spot?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes if it's right near a boss fight, then it'll be a checkpoint system, but honestly, though, it's like there are some parts of the game where I'm just going, guys, you do realize it would have made a lot of sense to put a checkpoint here, especially if it's part of a long combat stretch. And sometimes they didn't even do that, and it also sucks because it's early in the game in Vault Forge where you're going, if you're playing on hard mode, then it's basically 4 hits and you die. But I'm like, guys, it's like, have you not played another shooter or not learned a lesson from them?
You know Spanish at all? I'm just curious.
No.
I was just... Bad Bunny was entertaining. I couldn't understand any of it.
Behemoth, and we just have to done. This tag on. And we are officially done with the volcano.
Time to go back to Tatooine?
Unfortunately, yes. And, you know, now that you remind me, it's like, when I played Knights of the Old Republic, it's like, of course Tatooine's gonna be a complete dump. But, because Mos Eisley Spaceport was like the only little settlement, and even then it's only like one little village. And I'm gonna say it's like, even that is a more entertaining place to go than this frickin' planet. Oh. And why cannot why can I just not straight up ride my bicycle here just across the chasm? Who the fuck thought it was a good idea just to say, oh, it's like, no, you can't summon it in here without any rhyme or reason. It's like, oh no, this is a no cycling zone. They could have made this like a flaming archipelago instead of like just these few rooms to ride. I'm like, you guys could have done a bit more with this.
You got Monday off?
Yeah, I do. It's just a question of what do I want to do that day. Like if I want to go to the pub or something, see if the burrito truck is there, but I don't know. To be frank, I still have a lot of things in my fridge I gotta clear out, and yeah, I picked out a lot since Sunday, so. Let's just clean out Vault Forge, and then I'm gonna... Or let's just head there.
If you want to do Golden Axe sometime, I'd be up for it.
Yeah. Yeah, catch up on some old times.
Green energy crystals? Maybe you should return to Fury Green.
Yeah, hopefully we can beat those skeletons up there. One of us just needs... I looked up how to beat it. One of us just needs to knock the skeletons back. And the other one gets real close to death. What is he, Deathbringer?
Death Adder.
Death Adder? Okay. One of us gets real close to Death Adder within... If you're close enough, he can't hit you. But the problem is there's two of the skeletons, so... You have to knock one back and then knock the other back. It's amazing.
It's one of those spacing manipulation fights. Yeah, hopefully we can get that off our list, because it took us, what, like 10 attempts to get through Streets of Rage 2 on our own time?
Yeah. I'm surprised we did it, but I guess we had both got good. So.
Well, thankfully we got good, and then we also had enough practice.
Yeah.
Or at least we knew we could get to the final boss. It's just a question of can we go the distance and finish it.
What really helps? Remember the last gauntlet before the final boss, that elevator. The good thing is you're so close that you can do like the uppercut move and stun lock the enemies, the bosses, get them in a loop.
Yeah, the forward plus attack button.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to tell you about Golden Axe is if you press the attack and jump button at the same time, you'll do a special move.
Alright. Yeah, because I know it's like one time it's like we got pretty close, but I screwed the pooch by falling off the stage.
You gotta be ready for that. That's an annoying part.
Because a few times, you know, we lost a few lives on the bridge right before him when we were trying to knock off all the skeletons and the shadows off the stage, and then I was like, damn it, it was just that one life I lost. I'm going, crap, that could have made a little bit more difference.
Yeah.
Well, that and being able to know when to hoard magic or just when to say screw it and dump it out, right?
Yeah.
And getting all the little, what, gnomes, I think?
Yeah, little gnomes, yeah. It's funny how you can knock them off the pits. You feel kind of evil doing it. It's kind of dumb to do too, since they have stuff you can get. They made a part 2 and 3 too. They're not on Steam though. Well, they wouldn't be anyway.
They were, but...
They were? Okay.
Unfortunately, I think it was... I don't know if it was 2 or 3 where I tried to do it on Steam, but for whatever reason, it would not register my second controller. But yeah, for... So I think that was with the old Genesis UI, or at least, yeah, the old one, but Yeah, I just kept having I just could not get 2-player mode working with that. I got 2-player mode working for Streets of Rage, but yeah, I wasn't able to do that for one of the later Golden Axe installments. Yeah, I got all the greens in the world. Where were we? Oh right,
I wish they'd remake that game like they did with Streets of Rage 4. That'd be cool. Imagine what they could do with better graphics for Golden Axe. I have to say, Streets of Rage 4 is a pretty fun game.
Yeah, I still gotta do it on like hardest, and Mania.
It gets hard. It gets hard when you get up to those levels. Remember those guys in the karate gis that do the rapid punches, and you have to dodge or attack before you can do damage. You know what I'm talking about? Those guys are annoying. On hard, they get really hard.
I want to get the droid intel from here first.
The pink means psychic power.
Yeah. I'll work my way up. Work my way up 2, and then I'm gonna go back and clean out 1. And there's only something that's locked over here. All right. Oh. I need to turn forgot to turn those on. Oops. I can work my way top down.
Did you end up watching the Super Bowl on Rabbit Ear?
Yeah.
Nice. That's the benefit of Rabbit Ears. You get all that stuff. I don't even have a Rabbit Ear set up anymore. We got it on Peacock. We just set up a trial membership.
Yeah, it's like sometimes then there's a few fun things you can find on Rabbit Ears. Such as like the second TBS station still having Bob Ross reruns every now and then.
Yeah, those are cool. That guy has such a relaxing voice.
Or, you know, some stations that, you know, somehow manage to have the broadcast rights for some classic shows. Like how I caught up on watching certain episodes of Quantum Leap, the OG series.
Yeah, we used to love that one. Did you ever see the last episode of that?
No, I did not.
I always wondered how it ended up. I don't know if I saw it or not. Then they made a remake more recently.
Yeah, but I'm like, you know, it's like Quantum Leap is supposed to be one of those things that go through contemporary history. It's like, please do not fuck this up.
What was the name of the actor that played the main character?
In OG Quantum Leap?
No, OG.
Scott Bakula.
Okay.
Yeah, he was also the captain in Star Trek Enterprise.
Okay. Is Enterprise the one that had the Rod Stewart song?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Matt more about that because he's watched the series more front to back than I have.
Okay. I just remember one of them had a Rod Stewart song as the intro. It wasn't a bad song. It was just kind of...
Where's this? That's more like it. items do I have? 7. Alright. I think I've cleaned everything out here, so...
Have you seen Andor?
The Star Wars series Andor?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
I
it's
still need to
just,
see season 2. I only seen season 1.
yeah, it's just called, I have to have, you gotta give me like multiple reasons to even contemplate getting a Disney Plus subscription.
I understand. I don't have one either. I was able to piggyback on my brother's. This part is pretty cool. Yeah, it looks cool.
Alright, that is Volt Forge all cleaned out. Get out of my way. What am I doing? I just restocked at the save station. I just need to head far north and then... Yes, I have!
You should return to Fury Green and offer those green energy crystals to the altar.
I'll drop him off when I feel like dropping him off, Miles. I'm gonna have to flood the intercom the whole fucking time. Yeah, that's right. Leave me alone.
Samus, have you already seen the rebels from the Federation base? Seeing that reminds me of my job. Ever heard of Herc Unit Delta? Come rest. Quietly eliminating threats to keep planets on the fringe safe, unknown to everyone. That is the job. And in return for my service, I would get paid, just like a bounty hunter. You are also a bounty hunter. But you fight for a greater purpose. Alone, overcoming death, and continuing to fight, something only you can do. Here, a gift. I pulled it out from under the debris.
The last jar of peanut butter. Thank you.
Take a moment. Feel the rhythm of the wind. It reminds me of my home.
I think I got damn near everything I can get my hands on. Well, yeah, other than dropping off the crystal. Ah, shit, I'm missing a few. Alright, and now for some more alternative music on the side.
You ever see Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I did, but I think I have to be drunk to watch it. I think watching it sober is probably one of the worst things I've done.
What about the Naked Lunch?
Maybe not that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty out there.
Are you joking? I got a whole playlist, might as well burn through the whole track.
I can't hear the music. I have the sound muted.
Oh.
I wish there was a way I could hear the music and hear you.
Either that or I have to find a way to split the feed off to you guys.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how hard. You still use OBS?
Yeah. I'd rather just hit the hang up button on you, Miles. You just would not shut up.
You ever been to Texas?
I have not set foot in Texas proper. Like, airports, yes, but
Okay. Yeah, I know that. It's like that. I've been to LA before, but only the airport.
I hate LAX.
I remember we got McDonald's and they were doing the Mario series kids meal. I bet you if I had kept it in the package, I could have something valuable. There's always some collector that wants to get all that. Don't you wish you could go back and tell your former self to invest in Bitcoin early? We could be billionaires, man. There was a guy that bought like 10 Bitcoin in 2012 and he's a billionaire now.
The hard part is convincing me when to let go. still gotta do the entire inner ring of crystals right near the tower. Now you see how friggin' tedious this is. Wow. Yeah, wait till you tell me, oh, you missed a couple of spots. It was spots in the little shrines. I'm like, don't tell me it's that. And you have to get, and if you want to get like 100% crystals, you have to get every single last lousy crystal. It's not like a percentage where you did it. They like, okay, you don't have to like get every single one, like do one of those crazy 100+% runs.
You hear about Nigeria?
No, what happened in that?
ISIS is attacking Christians. So on Christmas, Trump had us fire missiles at ISIS. So yeah, he said there's gonna be boots on the ground. Kind of a sucky situation.
Oh, what the?
Getting burnt out.
Doing all this stuff. Yeah. I'm almost done, hopefully. But let's see how long that lasts. I thought I cleaned out the crystals up here on the high ground. I think it's just all the stuff around the perimeter of the tower I just need to grab. Still a few more useful tracks I gotta burn through before I decide to take a break and every last crystal. What is this, the dark crystal? Do I have to find all the pieces together?
Are you gonna just get the rest of these crystals, or are you gonna fight a boss?
I gotta get the rest of the crystals. We'll do endgame and the final boss next week.
I'm gonna head on out for now, man. I mean, if you're just gonna be getting crystals.
Yeah,
I'm not saying...
yeah. Don't worry about it. I like I said, it's like this is kind of a chore, and it's like now you understand why Prox and I don't really have too much of a fond opinion of this game, or at least not as fond as it should be.
Yeah, I see why.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Take care.
Alright. Yeah, I know, it's... And I know there's this little thing in Nintendo's creator policy saying it's like, yeah, don't... You know, it's like, don't play the game by itself without commentary. Well, the fact that I'm actually playing alternate music in its place kind of tells you all I want to convey. One more track of this. There are no more crystals on the scanner. And I should have asked, is there a function that would tell me if there are any crystals inside the shrines themselves? Because if there isn't, and there are still crystals in the shrines, then I would not be that happy. Oh, they don't. Alright, let me check my crystal status, because I think I got everything topside. Okay, I got them all. Now, what the hell am I missing from... Okay, other than these two that belong in endgame. I'm missing... Green Shren and... crap. Is there something in player pool that I'm missing? Damn it. Let me check something. Did I ever get the green Van Shrens? Or the green bots? The green maulers. Sorry, not maulers, grievers. Fine. Yeah, I know Shade from Nier Automata is probably not the brightest idea for having a song while traveling, but given that game's sort of rap-shanky nature, sometimes I'm like, what the hell? The worst I can be is copy struck, but yeah, I'm just not having it with the blank music or whatever passes for music out here in the desert. I just need some green grievers to show up. All the things I have not scanned, that just happens to be one of them. Nothing around here? Might have to check one of the other ruin sites. Try the eastern one. Otherwise they'd pop up near like rocks or... Yeah, that's the last track I have of all the alternates I wanted to play for tonight. Okay. Think someone show up around here? Or don't tell me just because I cleared this place out I can't get a read on those anymore. You gotta be joking. I wonder any other. What? I didn't get these? Get out of here. Might have to check the logbook on my other files to figure out what the hell else I'm missing, so... Yeah, I'm just straight up not having a good time. Or rather, quality time that I would like. I don't think they're coming back. Might have to check like some of those side quest locations. Yeah, I do have a whole hundo hard file on hand, but I'm like, do I really want to do that for the final boss? I'm like, no. Not since that boss really wore my trigger finger out this side of doing Dark Samus and the Aurora unit on hyper mode. I'm not gonna lie, when I did that fight, I'm going, holy shit, is this ever gonna end? Not to mention I nearly died on the last phase of the Aurora fight, believe it or not. I'm going, oh crap, it's like lasers, 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 lasers! Let's just redeem all the crystals. And then I'll just look up what I've missed. Yeah, just as a little FYI, I did stream the other Prime Trilogy games on hard mode. I do not have the appetite to do that for this one. I just straight up don't. There are some other games that I would like to play on hard mode. This is not one of them. Oh hell, I would like to do Metroid Zero Mission on hard mode. The problem is, though, I haven't made a good enough path to account for inventory shortages on hard mode going for a 100% run. Yeah, if it's a path that requires too many things to go right, then it's not an ideal path.
Samus, you found the missing pieces. That was everything I needed to fix Betsy. You know, the mech. She is good to go.
Excellent work, Samus. With the mech repaired, we'll be able to destroy the force field around Chrono Tower.
Yeah, we're gonna want to be careful with that. Just saying I had to get a little creative with those repairs. Yeah, I can only guarantee about 80% functionality?
Oh, just 80%. That's good, Gearhead.
We trust you. Before we can leave, you'll need to secure the memory fruit. Come back and see me when you're ready.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Oh, this is just a not light suit.
Samus.
Got everyone. That's next to this. Next. Okay. Funny how you can get all the research stuff even if you don't have the appropriate upgrade for it. Whereas, like, the other Prime games are going to be say, no, get the upgrade first. Then you can scan it. Yeah, I got all the mechs. Alright, just biological. Next to Sandgriever, next to Heatstrip. Okay. Shit. I've been at this for 12 hours. Okay, well, hard mode 12 hours, but it's like this whole stream run, it's been 10. It feels longer than that. Ugh. Shit. I'm not happy about that, but I'm like, ugh. Ugh. Next thing you know, it's like I just want to be kicked into a Sarlacc pit. Not fun, guys. Not fun. And of course I saved in the longest place to load. And... oh, you get... Oh. Ah. I think these guys are floating around one of the Federation buildings. Oh, hoppers. These aren't flare pool. Thing. Okay, I know what I'm missing. Alright, yeah, it's more the little guys in flare pool, and it's the birds that orbit around some of the Federation wreckage. That is if I can find them anymore, because I think I may have shafted myself with that. Not scanning the bind. Let me check. I gotta to. Let me see. Let me see. Damn, I was on a relatively decent pace as well. Drive back there. Maybe. All I know is that they also flew around some of the Federation wreckage spots. But again, I don't know what happened. If they disappear after second Green Rain event or what. I'll check. So the Vault Forge entrance is what you're suggesting. Alright, I'll give that a whirl. And yeah, some of those little enemies in Flare Pool, or at least inside the boss arena.
There you are.
Not yet, you guys. Now let's try heading south first.
Have you gathered everything? All we have to do is travel the Chrono Tower together. Come back to base camp when you're ready.
I see him. Alright. Thanks for that. And then I gotta go back to Flare Pool. Alright. So I gotta get like those little guys who shot stuff at me. But I was too busy trying to get to the swimmers. But in case you were wondering what were all the alternate songs I've played, just because I got sick of Soul Valley's theme, quote unquote. And I'll throw you guys a bone. It's the songs I picked from earlier, at least not this session, but an earlier one. I hate this. They were from the Turrican soundtrack anthology for the first 2 games on the Amiga. Ones I played today were from Super and Mega Turrican, also the anthology arrangements. But if you're wondering what the other songs were, a little bit of a selection from Falcom's E series. A pair from the Chronicles version of 1 and 2, or rather, the first game. One from Origin, one from the Dawn of Ys. One that was a remix of a theme that was originally in Dawn. One from 7. The flight theme in Xenoblade Chronicles X. And last one being one of the themes from Nier Automata. I'm like, why not? Like I don't have another $70 or so of Amiibo money just to unlock alternate tracks. It's like, get out of here with that. I think it was like 20 each for Samus and Silex, and then what, 30 for the Viola? But then again, the Viola Amiibo actually had a, I don't know if it's the kind of thing you can just attach out the pedestal and then just drive it like an action figure. It'd be funny if that was the case, but, well, yeah, fun and Nintendo sometimes don't belong in the same sentence these days. Rather, they choose not to be part of the same sentence. Alright, I just need the little guys who shoot stuff at me. I hope it's from here. Or at least there's still one more of them around here. Nailed it. Alright. There she blows! Alright. We're done. I'm just gonna drive back to Fury Green, use the save station there, and go call it a night. Alright, and maybe show a little bit of Planet Motavia again. I kind of do wish it was like, you know, you could drive the cycle and do some other things on it. Like more bike-specific enemies. Maybe add like a secret missile system to bike for the light, or deal against other hostile cyclists. Stunt courses. But yeah, they're not gonna do like a Metal Gear rail shooter on a bike segment. Yeah, even Gerudo Desert in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom had more charm than this. Or I'll pick any monolith soft desert map. I think Sword Valley counted as a desert map. Did it? And there was more Ardain. Pretty decent place. Oblivia's alright, but I preferred going through there at nighttime. And I forgot if there was a desert region in 3. Jeez, it's been a long while since I last touched that game. Or else there's a... Actually, no, that's a spoiler alert. There was a desert environment in 3, I just don't remember the name of it. Or is that more just Rocky Mountains? Ah, what was that place? Alright, save and quit. Oh, get out of here. Ow. I am done. I found all the crystals. I got everything I needed for progression, and I got all the rest of the items. So,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, my brother-in-law is back from deployment. Well, back visiting, so it's like, yeah.
that's okay.
Are you playing? What is this, Dune or what is this?
This is the original Phantasy Star. I got pissed off at staring at Soul Valley a lot longer, so I'm like, you know what? Why not? And I did say that this planet had more charm than that one, so... Don't call me a tightwad. There's one more town around here I could visit. maybe if I can get Fantasy Star 4 running, I guess I can show you a little bit of that. I know I'm kind of spoiling it a little bit close to end game, but yeah. I'm not going to do 2 because, well, the planet got terraformed to be a little bit more of a Greenland place in 2, but then there was a whole bunch of damage to the star system that kind of fucked everything over and made it back to a desert world in the end. But yeah, more of a traditional RPG setup. This was the fanatical cult's town. And nearby spaceport if I wanted to go a few places. Get out of here. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go there just yet. Jeez, what are you gonna tip about? Yeah, it's a hole that threatens to destroy the known galaxy, or at least the star system as we know it. Alright, I forgot how fast this goes. Yeah. A terrible world indeed. I don't think I got the frayed mantle in this game. think it's one of those side caves I forgot which way the Hunter's Guild was on this planet. Not now! I'm trying to explore the planet just for shits and giggles. Well, if, that's a necessary force against a being that is pure malevolent evil that wanted to destroy the whole star system. I'm pretty sure that's a justified use of force. Oh yeah, and there were some places that collapsed due to it. The world being a little bit unstable. Not now. There's that town with the place full of Jawas. Ow. That is a side quest. I don't remember where the rest of the towns were. I am so sorry, you guys. I know there's like one that's full of the native Mutavians, the ones that guys that look like Jawas, but there's the town with the Hunters Guild in it, but I am drawing a blank. And what would help is not getting on the butt end of all these random encounters every 5 seconds. Oh, this was Can you not? Alright, this was the town I got burnt. I give up. Yeah, I was just like, gotta visit another world, because why the hell not? Alright, well, I quit. Okay. The other time slots, it's still gonna be trails for the most part. And, yeah, we'll wrap up the game for real next Friday night.
Sounds great.
Yeah. And then after that, well, Event's back, and I do owe him a mainline Final Fantasy installment, so I will oblige him with that. That's been on the back burner for a little bit too long. Yeah, I was hoping to do it sometime last year, but, yeah. stuff happened IRL, and yeah, he wasn't available. So I was like, carry on, find some other things to do. But yeah, I do have a couple of other titles in mind. Some of them revisits, some of them not. But yeah, I'm just glad we can actually get this out of the way. But it's been exhausting. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I got everything else. I got all the crystals. Yeah, I got pretty much damn near everything in the logbook except for the last 2 scans, which are the final boss. I got all the items. Yeah, alright. Next Friday night at 9 Eastern. We'll end this. And then, depending on my mood, I might just do a little bit of a jump around and bonus coverage. I got about a few titles in mind, so yeah, don't worry about it. I got some plans. Yeah, so tomorrow, yeah, more trails for me tomorrow and maybe throughout the weekend. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Monday off, if I just want to continue or I want to do some other game for kicks and giggles for 2 hours and then hop over to trails. We'll see. But yeah. I am DONE done for now. So closing time, Mott. Last call.
Probably half an hour-ish. I'll do a little bit of MechWar 5. Tomorrow I'll probably do Star Trek Mario 2, and then Sunday will be more Super C. See if I can actually beat Super C. I managed to pierce the final level last time around, but yeah, I really want to get it done so I can do some Perfect Dark.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little FYI about when you're tackling Perfect Dark. There's base game, and then you can also do base game co-op. Well, up to 2 players. I don't know about what's going on with the 4-player stuff or all the other developments going on with the PC port or, you know, emuing it with netplay over RetroArch. So I haven't heard much on that front yet. Do not ask me to do it on Switch Online. Because, yeah, Switch Online is kind of jank. It's not a centralized server they use. It's point to point, and you know how friggin' finicky connections can be going that way. What else? You can also fiddle around in the target range or explore around, you know, the institute. If you want me to show, if you want me to give you like a little demo off the air, I can do that. And what else? Yeah, I think that's about it for now. And yeah, I've already announced what I'm going to do. But yeah, as far as titles down the line, yeah, so yeah, IO event, a Final Fantasy installment. I might just do the first installment, the advanced version. Someone's gonna say, why don't you do like the OG or Pixel remaster version? I'm like, And what else? What other games do I have down the line? Still waiting for East Memoir Revelations in Celceta to come in. I wanted to do a Memories of Celceta revisit, but I just could not make the time for it. And that is a game I seriously need to have a revisit of, because I have not done that game since Coming Eastward. And other titles that I want to do. Maybe another Light Gun installment or a mainline Zelda installment. I was thinking about those a little bit long and hard, but still, additional thought required. Alright, but we are almost done with Metroid Prime 4, and I don't know. It's been a bloody disappointment. There are moments where it's like, yes, it does sound like outward anger, but yeah, it's just, you've been playing other games for so long, and then you realize, holy shit, it's like, this is actually good, or holy shit, this is something that's actually done right. And then you just turn around and you're going, what the fuck are you guys doing? That is my sentiment with this.
It's like it's just anti-wasteland.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm like, you already had a few other examples of how other franchises did sandboxing or open world. Do that! And they couldn't even do that right. It just pisses me off. And you can say, oh, gamer entitlement complex. I'm like, no, it's because we've actually had like a handful of good diamonds in the rough that actually did stuff right the last 10 to 15 years. Is it so hard to match standards? Is it so hard to have expectations? I'm not gonna waste not gonna waste another breath on this. Not right now, at least. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have more rant time next Friday night once all is said and done. Yeah, I got about 3 games I have on hand for bonus coverage, so yeah, want to do a little bit of Azure Striker Gunvolt, maybe at most 2 stages of it. Then I'll show you guys a little bit around more of the world in Xenoblade Chronicles X. I did the prologue like a few weeks ago, but I'm like, you guys deserve to see the whole world. I know I'm kind of breaking an endgame postgame rule by doing that, but what the hell? I gotta show you guys just another open world done right. And then I'll do one of the little post-game loops in Starlink. How's that sound?
Sounds like you've made a deal.
Yeah, and believe me, it's like I don't come up with this sort of stuff unless I've really thought it through, and believe me, Metroid Prime 4 has given me a lot to think through. A lot. The question is whether can I convey all of that, or is Proc's gonna beat me to the punch with all of that anyway? We'll see. I'm tired, boss. Alright. I quit. We'll see you guys next time. But in the meantime, stay sweet, stay sensational, don't be salty. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.
And keep it real.
And don't let keeping it real go wrong.
Watching you.